Live from Studio 5 in New York City, this is the news at 6.
Let's start with this right now. Every day, more than 80,000 flights take off and land in the United States. Right now, there are about 5,000 planes flying over the U.S. alone. We know it takes highly skilled and qualified people to fly the aircraft, but there is a serious pilot shortage these days. And we want to talk to an expert about that coming up in just a moment. But first, let's start with Arthur Chien with what's causing the shortage and what it means to you.
It's a glamorous job. Fly the skies, travel the world, 6-digit salary. Becoming a pilot had long been a dream job, but suddenly the bottom appears to be falling out. Airlines are experiencing a wave of retirements, and not a small wave. 20,000 pilots will be hanging it up in the next few years.
Is this a real problem?
Well, it is if you're an airline.
Captain Pete Russo, now a chair at Vaughn College of Aeronautics and Technology, also recently retired as a commercial pilot. Federal law mandates retirement at 65. The problem is airlines usually fill those positions by taking pilots from small regional carriers, but there aren't enough pilots there anymore. Salaries at regionals hover around $30,000 a year, and to live off that for years is turning students off.
How long is that financial hazing period?
A hazing period, I would say, it's probably 2 or 3 years for most pilots. About 7 years after you decide you can be in a jet cockpit.
And that's why big airlines are now starved for pilots. Minor Medina is in high school studying aeronautics. Even this early in the game, you can sense his apprehension.
It's a little tough in the beginning, right?
Yeah, it is. It's going to cost a lot of money, but I think that I can make it.
And his teacher, Danny Bradley, is getting his pilot's license, but will opt to teach aeronautics rather than become a pilot. Danny will make more as a teacher.
Working for JetBlue, for any kind of commercial pilot, anything like that is not really for me. I don't see it.
You never even considered it?
No.
Now, decades ago, the commercial airline industry was heavily dependent on the military for their new pilots. The U.S. military at one point was graduating some 45,000 pilots a year. But now, with fewer wars and better technology, the U.S. military is only graduating maybe 5,000 pilots a year.
Okay, Roger, if you've got that guy in sight down there in that well, I want you to engage with 30mm. We'll cover your break.
Nowadays, the military is carrying out flight missions without a pilot at all, drones. So what's this mean for us, the travelers who, after watching this report, will not be rushing to Flight Academy? Experts say fewer pilots means airlines will go for larger planes, leaving us fewer flights.
When you used to have 5 turboprop flights a day to a city to bring people to LaGuardia, now you might have 2 business or commuter jet.
If I took you in blindfold and you took you to LaGuardia Airport in New York, you must think I must be in some third world country.
Now, remember that LaGuardia announcement last month with Biden and Cuomo? Moving the terminal to the Parkway to make more space for larger planes at the gates? Beginning to make more sense, doesn't it? Arthur Chien, Fox 5 News.